I'm Kier.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Jay from Gallifrey Public Radio,
a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the one you're listening to right now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual.
Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3,
2,
1.
Welcome to Voices of Defiance. It's a podcast about sci-fi's television show Defiance and all of its universes to include, but not limited to, the video game. We're not experts, just a few fans like yourself that love the show and want to geek out about it. If you haven't caught up to the latest aired episode, you might want to pause right now and go catch up, since there will be spoilers. You have been warned. And now, let's have some fun and get on with the podcast.
They're back. Hey, welcome to Voices of Defiance. I'm your host, Stargate Pioneer, and with me is the woman who will do anything for a new microphone. Her name is Shannon.
Hey, I did do something for that new microphone.
See?
You said all I had to do is watch 1 through 7.
And you did, didn't you?
I finished the entire season for you, and it was awesome.
I didn't say 1 through 7. I said the entire season 1.
No.
Yes, I have it recorded. It is on the
Maybe
outtakes
you did, but
for
I
last.
didn't.
Yeah, but she heard. See, she's famous for doing that. It's just, well, oh, yeah, that may be what you said, but what I heard was this.
Well, actually, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You said,
Go listen to last week's podcast.
You said get past 1 through 7, because then it'd pick up.
I
and
said
it did.
pass through 1 through 7 so you could talk to Haley. That's what I said at the fan expo.
Shannon has no clear memory of people asking her to do stuff she doesn't want to do.
You need,
Hey, I listened to it. I watched it. It was awesome.
Okay. And
I do
also
like it.
with us is the man who graciously allows his spouse to use all of his computer and podcast equipment, including the good microphone. His name is Sean.
Yeah, and see how well that's working out.
Graciously allows.
Graciously.
No.
She just takes my stuff. You can claim it however you want it. She's like, I'm going to use that. Yeah, hey, it's not working anymore. It must be something you did to it.
Now, wait a minute.
That's what I hear.
Now, wait a minute. You are a registered reverend, right? You can actually marry people, right?
I can indeed.
So, and you are married to the other woman on this podcast, correct?
I am indeed.
And the general rule with marriage here in the United States, especially in the Republic of Texas, is that you share assets when you're married, 50-50.
What's yours is mine. Basically what he's saying.
You've said that since before we were married.
So you should be used to it by now.
It's been only, 16 years?
You should be used to this by now.
Yeah, I should be. I'm not yet. Quit touching my stuff.
Again, something I never thought I would hear.
Yeah.
Speaking of touching my stuff.
Oh, should we tell them about last night?
You should be listening. You should
She's just going to completely ignore
completely ignore you.
Tell
All
them about
week
your calves
long-
burning.
All week long, I've been hearing about my glowing crotch.
You're,
It's all about-
you're
I can't
glowing
help it
red
if I'm
cloud.
quotable.
It wasn't you making it glow.
I say quotable, not glowable.
That could be fun.
Like E.T. Ouch. Wouldn't it be a different movie if E.T. touched Elliot in the crotch? Like, ouch.
I'm
And
convinced-
E.T.'s like, and Elliot's crotch glowed after that.
I'm convinced that's where BSG got it from. It was from E.T.
That would be a very different movie. Come see the alien pedophile movie, E.T., the extra touchable.
Well,
It's horrible.
I mean, most aliens are like that, right? They come down and they, do proctal exams and stuff, right? Anal
I'm
probing.
telling you, the only reason E.T. ended the way it did is because E.T. didn't have a butt probe.
Oh yeah, it's a
the
speak
only
and spell and an
That's the
umbrella.
only reason he couldn't figure out how to make a butt probe out of a speak and spell and an umbrella. Which honestly, he's no MacGyver. I'm just saying.
That's kind of easy, yeah. Speak and spell.
In an umbrella? I mean, seriously.
just make sure it doesn't unfold.
Oh, that's
Be a different. The "Turn on Your Heart Light" song would have been sung differently by Neil Diamond in that case.
Well, welcome everybody. This is Voices of Defiance podcast number 32, recorded live on Sunday, June 7th, 2015. Welcome. Just a reminder, you can catch us at voicesdefiance.com. Go to the contact page, find all the great ways you can reach us. We do have a voicemail line. I want some voicemails. That is 1-612-888-ARC1 or 612-888-2751. If you're international and just don't want to pick up the phone, then you can email me an MP3 file. You can record it on your smartphone. I know you all got one if you're listening to this. So go ahead, send it to me, StargatePioneer@GonnaGeek.com. And by the way, we do have 2 live pages. They are simultaneous. One is at GonnaGeek.com/live, and one is at VoicesDefiance.com/live. So we are live everywhere. Mixler, you can catch us on YouTube. It's just a veritable panacea of Voices Defiance hitting the airstreams on Sunday mornings.
That's right. And free alien handjobs for anyone who actually sends us in a voicemail.
I can't believe you just said that.
What?
I don't know how you're going to actually pay up on that since you are.
Well, first we have to find aliens, but right after that, they will be down with the
I like to
handjob
see
plan.
this. I'm going to hold you to it.
We just have to find aliens first. It's not a big deal. You guys act like that's a big deal.
No. SETI's only been searching for him for what, 50 years? It's no big deal.
Exactly. Another 50, 150 will be so in there.
Okay. What's the Drake equation again?
Yeah, exactly. I think, and that was before he really, saw that space was not filled with signals and stuff. So we're probably less than 10 sentient civilizations that are, capable of radio astronomy and active right now. So yeah.
Is that in the galaxy or in the universe?
I don't know where he started. Do you remember where he started from on the Drake equation? Did he do the universe or did he do the galaxy?
Pretty well. It started from like the solar system, and then went out from there.
I don't think
Now
he
you got to
started
go
from the
back and
solar
watch
system.
Cosmos. Oh,
I think
drat
he
you.
started from the night sky, and he's like, from the, counting of stars and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna guess the galaxy. I'm gonna guess less than 10 in the galaxy.
okay.
Alien handjobs makes me think of Sama.
That's fine by me. We can think of Stama all day long.
That's what I say. It's the only alien handjob that I think of.
Really? Because I think it's several at least twice a day. What? What are you looking at me like that for? You married me.
I know. What was I thinking?
Yeah, I ask that myself every day. What am I doing on a podcast with Sean? It's
I
just
know. We have to remind him that this is not the WA podcast all the time.
Well, occasionally. This is how my brain works, y'all.
It's a scary place.
It is. You should try living there.
Yeah. I think they tried that once, and it didn't turn out very well. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. Now you got me not remembering it. It's like Brainstorm, right?
Yeah.
The one with the tape. Not
Oh, yeah, the looped orgasm tape.
Yeah, not Dreamscape. It was Brainstorm.
What the heck? You know what?
What?
Keep on
It
going.
was a Christopher Walken movie.
And Natalie Portman. Not Natalie Portman.
No, she wasn't
what's
born
her?
yet.
Yeah, right. What's her name? What's her last? Natalie Wood.
Natalie Woods, yeah.
Christopher Walken?
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
He was the main character. He was even a
Yes.
cyclist.
Oh, my God, I forgot that.
Yeah. See, useless trivia from 70s and 80s sci-fi movies. That's my contribution to this podcast. But talking about Stalma, we do have a season 3 teaser. Have you guys seen it yet?
I have.
Shannon forced me to watch it.
Forced you. All 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
You lie.
It's your type of show.
He hasn't watched it. Because
I
he's going
see.
to wing it.
Just so negative. Always with the negative ways with you. Eh?
You get used to it.
You steal my coat rack. You steal all the stuff. And now with the negative waves.
Mhm.
It's still nothing.
Yeah, 20 jackets? Seriously?
I
It's
like to
grown
be
by
warm.
5 since the pre-show. It's gone up
Yeah,
from
I've been
15
sorting.
to 20.
They're on a big pile here on the floor, and I've been sorting them. And I have 3, and she has like 20.
I like to be warm.
Y'all from the South are so funny. 20 jackets, that's nothing. Come up
Probably
to
have
the
like
northern
40.
lands. See if 20 jackets will do you. It won't.
It won't. It's just news for you. It won't.
Just telling you, right up front. But we had 3 minutes and 20 seconds of reveal after reveal after reveal. You had actors, voiceover, and tell what a great season this is going to be. Do we want to go ahead and spoil a little bit of it, Shannon? Because it's in the teaser. It's out there. Okay. So apparently the Earth Republic is no more. They've skipped town and probably skipped the continent, too, after they got their butts handed to them in last season. Right?
Right.
Well, New York is kind of like gone now. So, I mean, and that was their base of operations. So
It's not, yeah, it's a wild zoo. It's like Jurassic Park.
yeah. So no,
So
none of
the only
that,
place they have left to flee to would be Canada.
probably. But their main strength, their main power, their organization. I mean, the head of the snake was in New York. I mean, so all of that stuff is now gone. So you're not really going to get
Was it?
a whole lot of effective power base from New York anymore.
Was it New York that she destroyed?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was New York.
it
she
was
destroyed.
Manhattan, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
What-
Yeah. So you have Columbia, which that was their other base, but in right before the end of the season, you had I can't think of anything other name other than Whiteside now.
Mercado.
He'll always be Whiteside to me.
He is awesome. We should get him on the show because even though he may not have a much of a role going forward or any really, but
Well, that got to go in.
yeah, we need to get him on the show.
Well, I got a prediction for him, and I think it still pans out. It was before I learned that the Earth Republic was kind of decimated, but I've got it'll be funny. I think I got one, so we'll talk about that later. But we see that the sleeping egg releases its contents.
A frozen
Yeah. Frozen egg.
Yep. Stop it.
I didn't do anything. See how good I'm being?
Yeah, that's
It's
debatable.
me being good.
Mm-hmm. So
See, like I'm already glowing.
Shannon pointed out this to me. Somebody has a charge blade and isn't afraid to use it.
That Stama has a charge blade to Christie. But you know, if you look in the background, you can also see that someone has a gun pointed towards Daytech, which by far I would choose Christie.
Well, I mean, it's Daytag. Doesn't he always have a gun pointed at him?
I know. He's always getting in trouble. She always has to bail him out. Literally.
I was going to say that has actually happened once or twice.
In some cases, actually has to play a little physical role through the prison walls.
And see proof aliens give hand jobs. I'm just saying.
but we just
You've
have to
already seen her
find
give
them.
one.
We have to
See?
find one, though.
Well, that is the real key to the benefit program, but I'm sure somebody will work that out.
All right. So, Shannon, what else you got from that teaser?
Let's see here. Daytech is actually afraid of this guy. You could see him when he calls him the Beast, and he's like, "Yeah, you've heard of me." So he's like, "Hell yeah, I've heard of you. You scare the crap out of me." So he's actually afraid, and you see Daytech and Stama basically pledging their allegiance to him. But I'm not sure how that's going to
Well,
work out.
I mean, the guy has the biggest sizable military force around. They've got nothing. They've got, what, a GMC Gremlin or Eagle or whatever that thing is?
My question.
Seriously underestimated military vehicle is the Gremlin.
My question for all of this is, if Pilar came from this joint town, wherever they're at, to go to Defiance to get her girl and the grandbaby and bring him back to this town, why? Does she already know this guy? I'm thinking it has something to do with the baby.
Baby daddy.
More like interspecies baby.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a little bit of that going on. There'd have to be.
So
And
you
no
think
matter who
Pilar
the
and
father.
Beast?
She's already... It's already been Lionel Hamilton and the Beast.
Tale as old as time.
She did Beauty and the Beast.
Shh, shh. We don't have the rights to that song. Don't make me beep you.
We're not getting money for this.
Otherwise,
she should
I'm...
be used to the Beast by now.
Yeah, see, it's Pilar and the Beast. And see, she has experience in this. Wasn't it her in Beauty and the Beast?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
Lionel Hamilton and
In the
Ron
T-
Perlman.
in the-
Perlman.
in the TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's Pilar and the Beast. History repeating.
And she's
Put
got
that out
experience
somewhere.
with time travel too. I'm convinced, absolutely convinced, we got some of that going on.
If she just reaches down to Christy and goes, "Come with me if you want to live. I will have both arms in the air." Yes.
You know they're going to do it.
Oh,
Didn't they have
to.
some lines from her last season? I can't remember off the top of my head.
What's going to be surprising is if all this time, all this season, I've been thinking, oh my God, I can't wait for Stama to kick her butt. And then she's going to end up being good, which I don't think she will. But it would be surprising.
Stalma?
No. Pilar.
Yeah. She's not good. She's whacked in the head.
I know. I can't.
I like her.
cannot wait for Stama to kick her ass.
I love her.
I don't
You
think
see,
it's gonna
that's the one
happen.
you need to go on a date with. Her shit, her stuff would be fun.
No. You want Berlin. Come on.
No,
Yes.
Berlin's the one you
No.
keep.
Yes, I want Berlin.
Berlin is the one you keep. That's the one that you want to make sure everything happens with, and you want to make sure.
Speaking of kicking butt,
Yeah.
you see the one where Berlin's kicking Little Wolf in the face.
Yeah. And
That's not going to end well.
this season, nobody
Expecting
ends up
kicks.
unbloodied.
Yeah.
That's the voiceover. Yep. Berlin was kicking her. And
Pound
she
for
came-
pound, I don't think I'd go. I don't think I'd throw down with Little Wolf, man.
But she was letting her.
Yeah.
She feels. she's
look
you know,
what she did to Tommy.
right. She was letting her kick her. Poor Arissa. I
so-
feel so sorry for her.
In the chat, David Armour says, Stumma always has something else going on.
I hope so.
Well, she kind of have to. She adapts
gonna
pretty
say,
easily.
Yeah, I mean, she's
She
a
is the brains of
survivor.
the.
She's a survivor. She's the brain. She's the strategist, and honestly, she's the one with the vision. I mean, Daytak has grand plans and everything like that, but name one that she hasn't put in his head.
Well,
I mean,
there were several last year. I mean, he became the car dealer again.
Even then, she had to offer him money. But then
I
she
will
took it back.
restate: name successful ones that he does that doesn't.
He
come
got
from
his
her.
ex-wife to come up to his bunk.
Yeah, that's mostly because she just decided to.
She was needing something from him. And so it wasn't for him. It was for her.
She could have chose anybody. And she went to
She
him.
chose the Sinsoft, but she needed something from Daytech.
See, why is it that the really, really bad chicks always pick the guy who is just like the most? I don't know. They always get these charismatic, useless people. You know, like Daytak is basically
because he's
muscle.
the muscle. That's all he is. He's the security.
Oh,
She even told him, "Stop it,"
He's got a muscle.
and she used it.
Yeah.
But he is the security. She needs him, not his wit, because obviously he doesn't have it.
She just
She
needed.
doesn't need him to be smart. She needs him to follow rules, because if he's smarter than her, which he's not, then he would overtake her.
He just needed the charge blade.
Well, not anymore apparently, because she has her own.
Are you sure that's her own and that's not his that she appropriated?
Yeah, like wives appropriate their husband's stuff all the time.
We should still be used to this.
Yeah, he should still be used to it. Like I should be used to stealing my stuff. Is that what it is?
Alphabet Cookie in the chat says Synth-Soth Snuggles.
I think a Sensoff snuggle would be very itchy. Because
It depends on if you just showered and used conditioner.
I don't think they shower a lot, man. I don't think they get to the bathroom, like shower spa type thing as often as they'd like to.
Unless you found one that's shaved.
I'm pretty sure that there's probably
Why would you?
not.
There was no reason to shave a Sensoff. No reason at all.
It could be reasons.
Especially
no
when you're
reason.
filming in Toronto in the winter.
Exactly.
Bald patch.
Ball pitch. A hot spot.
It could be a warm spot.
Yeah.
But mainly cold.
So I guess Defiance is gutted. The sensible people actually have left, and the Goldenite mines are shut down, and the town is without power. But to Sean's very much approval, the Needwant remains open.
Because that's the town's center of commerce right there. Because there are two things that humanity and apparently aliens need: snuggles and booze. This is a universal thing. It is a recession-proof industry. Snuggles and booze. I'm just saying.
Unless
So
one or the other or both is deemed illegal.
And then they just do it somewhere else. Then they
But
just
it's
don't
not as
label it
lucrative.
Snuggles and Booze.
Yeah, it's
I mean, look what happened in America during Prohibition. It didn't stop liquor consumption or production. It just drove it underground, literally.
yeah, and it got the industry shrunk significantly.
Oh, yeah, but it didn't go away.
No.
There will always be a demand for
Well, even if the
sex
need
and,
went away,
and
they
alcohol.
they have the other.
Well, Stallman's
Cass has
drug
been club to
drug
go to.
trade got ixed last season and appropriated by the government.
Yeah, but that's like heavy drugs and stuff like that, and I can see that. I mean, that's okay. But I'm telling you, sex and booze, man, those two things are universal on this planet. They will never go away, never. So I mean, it would make sense for that to be the center of commerce.
All right. So Shane, you got anything more about this teaser trailer?
Everything went by so fast. I had to keep pausing a lot just to get that picture.
She pauses at Stama a lot.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that it was Stama with the Olmec dude. I'm pretty sure. If you look at it, it's like timestamp 229, I think it was.
Yeah,
But see, it's Doc Yule that's being sliced open by the Olmec, and they are.
It's okay.
Cannibals.
She'll grow it back. Yeah. So the Olmec.
Yeah, she already has one piece missing.
So yeah, she grew it back. So there is a new race in town, one that we haven't ever heard about before. It's called the Olmec, and there apparently are kind of the Reaper version in Serenity of
The Reavers.
Yeah, the Reavers. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, a little bit better
They
groomed.
are cannibals.
Yeah.
They were the race that all the other races were basically afraid of, it looks like. So when they show up in town, not only do you have the bad, but now you have the ugly. So it's like one evil versus the other evil. So I'm hoping Stama's using that to her advantage. But
I'm pretty sure the VC and Defiance people get together to fight the Olmec. I'm pretty sure that eventually that's what happens. But who knows? Maybe they'll all turn on each other.
Yeah, because that's never happened in Defiance.
Yeah.
through all those clips, I don't remember seeing Pottinger.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him either.
Amanda's got him chained up.
I
in
was
a
just going to
basement.
say, do you think Amanda's got him chained up in the basement?
That's her man candy.
Ugh, I can think
I'll
of
be
different
right
man candy
back.
to have.
She's taken a lesson from, herself, I guess, because didn't she chain up Stalma and Daytak
No,
before?
he did.
Ah.
And offered them up to her.
So she's taken a lesson from him and chaining
That's right.
him up.
Just chain him up and put him in the basement, give him an M&M every once in a while, and use him as her man candy.
Maybe he's hiding down in the mines with his boxes of lotion.
And his hairbrush that he stole from her or something. Yeah.
He has a cat clock somewhere on the wall.
Yeah, she ought to just put the cat clock in front of him, in the dungeon in front of him, and just be able to tell where he is all the time. See, I would really love for her to get more sinister, because she's been good, she's been good. Now she doesn't have to be good.
She's been in pain. She's been sad. She's been mourning. Now she needs to
She's
kick
lost
some
her
butt.
sister. She's done all that stuff. Just get mean, girl. And I totally mispredicted last season on Tommy, because I was like, oh, we're going to see Tommy turn. We're going to see Tommy turn. And Tommy,
he turned.
towards the end, turned out to be
in
the
his
freaking
grave.
most
Red shirt.
solid guy in the entire freaking town.
In the red shirt. He became the red shirt.
Oh. Well, yeah, I totally missed the boat on that. So I'm hoping this season, Evil Amanda.
So Berlin notices the cat clock, which I don't know if she knew about before or not, in
Ooh, when did
Amanda's
I didn't see
room.
that.
In Amanda's room, and then tells Amanda, and then Amanda turns on Pottinger, puts him in the dungeon, chains him up, and turns deliciously evil, and then starts a relationship with Berlin. I think this can work for us.
See,
I think she should castrate him. Just
I want to see the Barbie Punch and Cybraid Detective Agency. That's what I want to see. That's
you
what I
with the
need.
Barbie Punch and
There's,
Cybraid.
there's
that's
nobody
what I need.
left to need a detective agency.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody's guilty. They all know this. There's nobody to investigate. Everyone's guilty of something in that town.
What did they have last week? What was it? Handcuffs and Benoit balls.
Yeah. I personally, I think they ought to focus with the Benoit balls a little bit more, but
That
that's
didn't
just
take
me.
long. I'm vibrating again.
Your crotch is vibrating and glowing now. That's new.
Mm,
Can only imagine who it's from.
yeah.
That would be
Benoit Ball?
no.
Oh. Side braid?
Sean's mom.
Please don't do that. That would be from Alphabet Cookie.
Uh-huh. No more lotion?
No lotion required.
No lotion required.
Ooh, the chafing. Ooh. All right. So I have a few predictions. Did you come up with any predictions or recommendations, as you called it last time, Sean?
Recommendations for season 3?
Yes.
Recommendation. I would love to see something good happen to Berlin. I really would. I would love something good to happen to Berlin. I would love for things to work out for her in some way.
Nolan?
Nolan, I care increasingly less about Nolan. He screws everybody over except Arissa, and even when he tries with Arissa, bad things happen. So
He's a bit of the whore of the town.
I am really not a Nolan fan. I mean, he's a great character.
I think Nolan and
but he's
Amanda should
kind of
get
a
together.
dick. Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
But if not, I'd really like to see Amanda and Berlin together.
Punch and side braid, huh?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
I would like something.
that's
good
my
to
vote.
If it's her getting together with Amanda, even evil Amanda, she could be like evil Amanda's side piece or something. It'd be great.
With handcuffs.
Yeah, and Benoit balls
And a badge.
So yeah, I mean that would be
A
fun.
vibrating badge?
Yeah. Look at that. That's what they should do. It's like zzz, my boobs are vibrating. Danger, danger. Zzz, you know.
See? It all works.
My spidey boobs are tingling. Shit, I can't even talk. She's turning purple.
Shannon, do you have any predictions or recommendations, as Sean calls them, for season 3?
I predict. No, I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay.
I don't because I keep going over the teaser, and every time I look at it, every time I watch it, I see something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to get new alliances where they didn't exist before because they have to. Honestly, there's nobody left. The standard, power triangle is gone now, and now you've got kind of a bit of a vacuum and a bunch of people who can unite against a common enemy. So yeah, you're going to get some different stuff.
Okay. So
I have less predictions and more questions, obviously, because
well, duh.
I mean, I'd like to see some crossovers from the game.
I'm not sure how many more of those we're going to get because I don't think the game is going to be
I think we should
developed.
get Cooper from the game.
Yeah, I think that moved kind of a certain distance. I mean, it was a fantastic experiment, and I think they executed it very well. I think they were over-betting on the amount of gamer crossover that you were going to get with a sci-fi show like this. However, I think they also underestimated how many women would love this show. So, I mean,
how could you not? You have a dynamic women.
I honestly
cast.
think it surprised them. I do. I think it surprised them. Because this show is very different than some of the others. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, you got a lot of big hitters on this show of the women. So stop it. I can't take you anywhere.
You don't.
I do.
Haven't left the house in 15 years.
Yeah, I'm chained, with a cat clock on the wall.
Source of entertainment.
Come fix my computer. Actually, that's wrong. Come fix your computer. Okay.
I need to game.
I need to game.
All right.
Where's Quentin through all this?
Who cares?
He's out west with, what's her name? The
Yeah.
clone of Amanda's sister. What's her name?
I don't know.
Kenya?
Not
Yeah.
Kenya.
Yeah,
He
he's,
didn't go to. He didn't. No.
no, I'm just telling you. That's where he is. We're 7 months down the road. He's found Kenya, and he's all snuggly with her.
I would totally do that.
See?
Because Berlin is honestly too good for me. So I would have to find somebody else.
That family is predisposed to alien relationships.
Okay, so Alphabet Cookie says predictions: Christy will die. Potty is a clone. Rafe may die.
Yeah, the
And then
whole potty
Kenyon.
thing with him, with the the Amanda rape thing and the whole church thing when they were boys and everything. I'm absolutely certain he's some sort of a clone or a double or whatever they call
Yes,
it.
because remember he had the vision. So just like Kenya, when she remembered being in the water tank. So when he was talking to Connor and the whole hairbrush conversation, when he was talking to Connor, he remembers being held down. So I definitely think he's a clone.
I don't know. It could have been an ET butt probe. We don't know.
Might
With
have
the
been
speak
better.
it spell. The speak it
Yeah.
spell butt probe.
Ouch.
Speaking of, I used to have one of those.
All right.
My mom took ours away after we started making it say dirty words.
I can see this.
I can see it.
We used to do it phonetically, so because it wouldn't let you just type in boobs or other words. So you'd have to make it phonetically say that and kind of cheat to it and lie, sort of like you have to do with like the Apple voice or something like that. Anyway, you guys didn't do that?
No.
Yeah.
Do you think Christy's gonna die?
Yeah.
Really? I really hope
Yeah.
she doesn't, because she's cool. She's like mini Stama.
Now I've been told that maybe she won't, but by talking to other people, having conversations, they don't think she will. But in the other teaser, not this one that came out yesterday, but you could see her standing behind like a fence or something where she's crying. So I mean, in all the pictures coming out, it's the Tars coming out of that town with the baby. It's not Christy.
Right.
And she finished her shooting way earlier than the others.
Yeah, because she's got stuff to do. She had other jobs lined up. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
Once Upon a Time. But I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think.
we'll see.
I don't think this season's going to be kind to the Macaulays.
We will
Because
see.
None of the seasons have been kind
Yeah.
to the McCullough. In fact, none of the seasons have been kind to anybody.
It's like-
Nobody had a good season except for my buddy Mercado. Mercado, just fine.
If you ever
Well,
got him on
fine
the
and-
show, would you tell him?
He's lying on a beach collecting 20% right now. That's exactly what's happening. Singing to and crooning to his human sack, fellow painted sacks, and all is well. I'm gonna go with that's how it works.
So that's actually one of my predictions here. I'll just lead into it. So we're talking about who's going to make it through the season and who's not going to make it through the season. So I'm convinced that George R.R. Martin, who is the writer of Game of Thrones, is brought on board for the writing staff for Defiance. And they open up I believe it was an Edmonton down cruiser, Votan cruiser, and that was sealed off by the Indigenes, right? So I'm convinced that what was really in there was the Votan version of White Walkers. And so the White Walkers actually come down, winter is coming and all that, and take out half the town that's left. So it's George R.R. Martin. He kills at least half the people every episode. So I think this actually could work.
I'm not gonna dispute that theory because it's actually pretty sound.
Mm-hmm. Including the White Walkers and the cruiser that went down.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with that. I'm fine with that.
See?
I'm liking it.
Yeah, it works.
I'm liking it.
So I got another one. So Sean and I had watched the sci-fi miniseries Ascension
Oh yes.
in December, right? And at the end of that, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but at the end of that, there was some mystical thing that occurred. And, oh, heck, I'm going to give a spoiler because
watched
it's
Ascension.
6 hours of...
I didn't finish it.
It's 6 hours of very slow television.
The last half an hour was the best. So.
Was the best. The last 45 minutes to a half hour was really worth watching, and then it was 5.5 hours of drudgery.
Absolutely. So I'm thinking that the sleep eggs are actually the same sort of transporter device that was in the Ascension, and that when Stephanie Leonisis and Grant get into the egg, they're actually transported to a parallel dream state world where all the season 3 is actually taking place. And they're literally still buried hundreds of feet under the ground.
If you throw in Lino and the Thundercats, I'll back you on this one.
Yeah, there you go. They're in the new world. Lionel and the Thundercats.
All
Absolutely.
right, I'm good with this.
So you don't think they're actually awake?
No.
They're dreaming all this.
Yep. It's all dream world. Because they just mystically, magically pop up on the surface in the teaser. Yeah, no, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can go with that.
All right. And then my last prediction I had is in a homage, I guess, to their fallen comrades in New York. White Sack and Pottinger actually get together and do a Jersey Boy cover band and travel what's left of North America, singing songs about New York and Jersey, their lost home.
You know, they could do that. I mean, it would be a fitting tribute. I mean, and I'm sure Mercado could bang out some Bon Jovi tunes.
See,
You know, Bad Medicine. Who wouldn't want to hear Mercado sing that?
a little bit of
I mean,
Billy
seriously.
Joel, maybe.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
It writes itself.
I like it. Because
Shannon's eyes are rolling into the back of her head. She's like, "What is wrong with you two?"
Well, I mean, White Sack is a showman to begin with, right? He's a performer. He actually
Yeah.
is singing, right, in season
He's
2.
actually pretty good.
Yeah. So I think we're all good there.
And he makes a prettier Castavan than he does a human. So
He is pretty.
he is pretty. That is an effeminate Mercado.
Would
right
you
there.
cross the street for him, Sean?
If he was singing, probably.
Hmm.
I'm a sucker for songs.
The music calls, Sean.
It does.
All right. Shannon, you have any other predictions? Sure to go wrong, as all of
There's
ours.
lots of things to go wrong. No?
Nothing else for right now?
For now.
Ryan likes my singing duo idea.
Of course, it's an excellent plan.
Arissa's Wi-Fi is combating us, and she's saying, Christy is alive, and she will mutate into a Castathan.
Like Mercado did. She's already done that.
She has.
Yeah, so we had her.
she already does.
Alphabet Cookie says, if this whole thing is a dream, I'm going to be pissed. Just like Lost. I'm going to be pissed. I'm glad I never watched that show.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I never could get into Lost.
There's a list of shows that I actually enjoyed that the last few episodes just totally ruined the whole thing for me. Like Chuck, How I Met Your Mother. I mean, the list is long.
I was not a big fan of how I Met Your Mother ended.
The 200th episode was great. Anything
Yes.
after that, which I think was somewhere between 5 and 10, I can't remember, that sucked.
It was horribly depressing. I was like, wow, way to end it on a downer, man.
Definitely. They could have done something with that ending because they shot the ending the first day. So it's like, we're stuck. No, you're not. Do some creative editing. Jeez. Anyway. All right. So, Shannon, you went to a con last weekend. That's one of the main reasons why we didn't have a podcast, right?
Right. I spent
And
the entire weekend at the Comic-Con.
all right. So explain your weekend to me.
Oh my God, it was raining so hard that morning, but that still is awesome. There was just in the room with us at the Firefly panel. They said there was 9,000 people in the room, which I believe it. Stan Lee was big. I saw Stan Lee. He's great. It's the first time I've ever seen him in a panel. He was at the last year's Comic-Con, but I didn't. There was so many people I didn't even get a chance to get close to him. But I went there for Gillian Anderson, who is awesome to see her come back out. As many years as I've been going to Comic-Cons, I don't think I've ever seen her at a Comic-Con. So, and I know she's only out promoting these 6 episodes that's going to come out, and it's basically going to be a closure to the X-Files series. But she was beyond awesome watching the panel, and everything's going to be beeped up probably because every other word from her is an F word. Everything.
You gotta like swearing chicks, man.
So her panel was cool. She's the first one I watched. But there were so many people there Saturday there were so many people that there was tables and booths that I didn't even get to see until Sunday. That you couldn't get close to them. That's how many people were there. So you had Gillian Anderson, you had Ming Na, Nathan Fillion, Stan Lee, Barbara Eden, which I didn't get to see.
You guys in Dallas get all the good people. At some point in time, I'm gonna show you a list of what my local Comic-Con looks like, and you're just gonna cry or laugh. You'll probably laugh.
Yeah, because by the time they do the Ohio ones, I'm not sure that
Now-
anybody really wants to go. I don't want to go to Ohio.
Yeah, no, wait till you see. I'll show it to you. Anyway,
Yeah, we get a lot of good people down here. Dallas Comic Con is pretty cool, actually. They do a really good job.
Well, they're starting to now. They didn't used to, because you remember the old ones we used to go to off 75 where it was like little bitty. I mean, Peter Mayhew and Jewel State were the only ones I remember seeing.
Oh my
at
God,
that
they were
one.
sitting in a room, and
Nobody was in
nobody
there.
was talking to them. I mean, literally, I walked in the door. Jewel State was off to the left. I could have walked up and just high fived her. There was no line.
And
Nobody.
Peter Mayhew was on the other side of the room.
And she was like waving and smiling to people, like, "Hi,
Please
talk
come
to
and
me."
talk to me.
You know, because I'm bored and I'm supposed to be here. Hi. And
There was no one. Honestly, when they changed venues to the Irving Convention Center, that's when it started getting big.
because Irvin is where all the good people go.
Irving is where I saw Jamie at. So, I mean, it's a 4-level. It's really big. I mean, it doesn't handle the crowds much, which is why then they got the bigger one at the Dallas convention, because it's Stan Lee, and they can't have him at the other place.
No.
But it was a great weekend. I'm getting old, I guess, because I was so tired this weekend. But
Well, we might have some audio on future podcasts from the con. Shannon needs to get it to me first, but we might pull some quotes and have some in the later parts of future podcasts. So hang tight for that. It will be coming soon. So Shannon, just one last thing. What was your favorite part of the Dallas Fan Expo?
my favorite part, you will be happy to know, would be seeing Ming Na.
Woohoo!
Her panel was by far, and even though I went there for Gillian Anderson, I bought all the stuff that I needed to buy for Gillian Anderson. Next time, it would be all for Ming Na.
Oh,
So-
and just to let everybody know, in the outtakes from last week, there was a little challenge thrown down for Shannon to watch the entire season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that superhero show without superheroes. Oh, I'm too good to watch it. And what have you done?
Now, that's still Sean that says he's too good to watch it.
I see.
I watched
I have
the
never said I'm too good to
I
watch it. I
completed
said I have
the
no interest
entire
in watching it.
season in 1 week, in under a week. I finished it Friday, so
Yeah, she's been mainlining it for a while.
Good.
I got through about 4 episodes a night.
Yeah, what about?
So we're going to have to set you up with season 2 and go from there. But you saw Ming Na, the queen, apparently, as the ladies
She is
call
awesome.
her?
She was beyond awesome. And you know what? In the night before, she was talking about how hopefully she'll bring some sunshine to Dallas. I'm like, it gave me something to say to her, because for a brief moment Saturday morning we actually had sunshine, but then it went away. Then we got the floods back.
Yeah. And you have an awesome picture with her, too.
I did have a great picture, which, I'm so critical of myself. Her picture was nice in it, not me, not so much.
I'm so jealous of y'all. Like, all of my co-hosts have met Ming Na except for me. All of
I
them.
got a picture with Gillian Anderson, too.
Like, Haley on Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. got her Providence badge signed by her. Lauren at the Comic Palooza had a picture of her, in fight pose. And there's that great picture of you with her. So all my co-hosts have seen Ming Na. I have not.
I have not seen Ming Na.
So I think there's...
She has so much energy, and she revs up the crowd. Like when Carrie Fisher came out and she stood up on the chair and she announced
Now you want
her.
to talk to Queen? Carrie Fisher is the queen.
Well,
She's like
and
the
she
empress.
bowed to her when she came out, but it was so funny because Carrie Fisher flipped her off.
Yeah, that's
Well,
sci-fi royalty
in
right there.
Comic Palooza, in her panel, she mentioned, as just about everybody, I think they're all vying for roles or something. They were all asked if there was one role that you would want in sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, whatever. What would you want? And they all of them, no matter who they were, don't care if you're Sean Gunn or Michael Rooker or Ming Na or whoever, they all said, "I want to be in Star Wars."
Of course they do. It's
Hell
Star
yeah,
Wars.
It's Star Wars, man.
So that is why Ming Na got up and said, "Gary!"
It was so funny because she got up and Carrie's like, "Shh, everybody calm down." And of course, meanwhile, gets up and she's like, "It's Carrie Beepin' Fisher," and she starts flipping her off. So, I mean, later on, there was pictures, obviously, because I was already in the panel, and she started posting. She's posting these pictures from the couch that she's sitting up on the stage, and Carrie Fisher was undressing her for some reason. I don't know, but it was good pictures.
Sweet.
Even had time.
Well, one last comment from the chat. Ryan says, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 and Agent Carter. And I said back to him, Shannon already has seen Agent Carter. So
I haven't seen the show. No, I haven't. I haven't seen the show.
I thought you saw the show. Sean said he got the show for you.
I do have the show for her. She has not. She's been mainlining freaking.
I see. So you got to get through Season 2, the first half.
I got to understand what's going on before I
see.
But I have discovered Haley. So.
Haley Atwell is awesome. Absolutely.
I have discovered Haley.
All right. I am told that we need to wrap up soon, and I just want to say thank you guys very much in the chat room for stopping by. We really appreciate you. We will be live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, and I believe that equates to 1 a.m. in Australia the next day probably. So just find out what your time conversions are. You can join us live at gonnageek.com/live or voicesdefiance.com/live. We have a great live chat going, and it's amazing. So just want to say thank you to everybody that popped by there. Thank you for all our listeners. Thank you for everybody that tweets us throughout the week, or I should say tweet Shannon, because let's face it, Sean, nobody wants to talk to us. And yeah, and we will be back next week talking Season 3 premiere, episodes 1 and 2 of Season 3. 2-hour premiere. Woohoo!
Yeah, boy!
I'm so excited.
It'll be great. So if you have a prediction for Season 3 and you just want to get it to us, you can email me in MP3 form at stargatepioneer@gonnageek.com or use our voicemail line 612-888-ARC1 or 612-888-2751. So that's all I got this week. You guys have anything else?
That's all I have.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Word.
Thanks for listening to Voices of Defiance. If you want to get in touch with us, you can catch us on Twitter at VoicesODefiance. Email us at feedback@voicesofdefiance.com. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/voicesofdefiance. Swing by our website, www.voicesofdefiance.com, or send us a voicemail at area code 612-888-ARC1. That's 612-888-2751. This podcast is not affiliated with Sci-Fi, the television show Defiance, or the Tryon video game Defiance. Music titled After the Apocalypse by Sneeshnook and Rocket Easy by Soundroad can be found on pond5.com. Catch you next time, and watch out for those hellbugs.